was able to identify through video surveillance what vehicle it was that was involved. We didn't knock on your door for no reason, but when we pulled the video surveillance and it flat out shows me the license plate.
Meet 29-year-old Jeffrey Watson, a man who was caught on camera taking the life of an innocent grandma, though Jeff is a bit slow to catch on to that.
Can I pause you right there? Being that this is a murder case apparently or something like that.
Now as you see him malfunction in real time.
I did not do this on purpose. I didn't. This is my life, it's over.
Detectives will push him closer and closer to a confession until Jeff finally cracks.
I just want you guys to know that I am not an evil person.
Did you want to kill her?
I'm freaking scared out of my mind, you guys. I'm scared out of my mind.
On April 1st, 2020, around 11:45 a.m., Fort Worth police responded to several 911 calls about a single car crash. Callers reported that the driver, an elderly woman, had seemingly lost control of her vehicle. When officers arrived, they found 70-year-old Julia Ann Greger unconscious and in critical condition, but not from the crash. Paramedics quickly discovered a gunshot wound to her head, instantly turning what looked like a traffic accident into a homicide investigation. Julia was rushed to Texas Health Harris Methodist Hospital, but tragically, she passed away later that afternoon. Detectives began reviewing nearby surveillance footage and spotted a small white SUV in the area around the time of the shooting. Believing it to be involved, they released the vehicle's description to the public. Not long after, an anonymous tip identified the suspected driver, 29-year-old Jeffrey Watson. Watson matched the suspect's description and lived nearby. Detectives secured an arrest warrant, and soon after he was brought in for an interrogation. This footage was provided to us by the Fort Worth Police Department.
Jeff, like I said, my name is Detective O'Brien. This is Detective Barron with the Fort Worth Police Department. Like I told you out at your house, you're not under arrest, okay? You're not under arrest. Basically, what I'm trying to do is get your side of things, okay? If in fact you are the person I'm wanting to talk to.
Okay.
Okay. But keep in mind, as soon as we're done here, I'm gonna take you home and we'll be done, okay? Let's see here. It's 4/7/2020, 10 a.m. Jeff, give me your full legal name.
Jeffrey Kyle Watson, Jefffery. Kyle, Kyle, Watson, Watson.
Date of birth. And what's a good phone number? Okay. And that home address is
Street.
Remind me again where you say you work?
Vivint, Vivint, Smart Home.
Okay. Now, Jeff, we were just at your house. I tried to knock on the door. We knocked on the door for about 10-15 minutes trying to get you the door, okay? When nobody came to the door,
yeah, I didn't hear
basically the next thing we got to do is, if I think that car's involved, then I got to go about my business.
No, I
okay?
understand that. I just, like I said, I don't.
And so since he was already there, already in the process, it was kind of like one of those things I can't just stop it once
No,
it's
I understand.
happening. But I will be fair to you. I don't have a problem. You had mentioned go ahead and search this. I don't have a problem with you consenting to all this stuff. If you're very cooperative, man, all I can see is that looking good for you. Okay.
Right.
Let me tell you what's going on. Okay, I'm investigating a death of an individual that happened about a week ago. Okay.
Okay.
Have you seen anything in the news about this?
I mean, there's been some deaths in the news, like the corona stuff. There's all. I mean,
well, I'm talking about a deal.
No,
I'm talking about a deal.
Specifically,
it was an older lady who was killed.
No, I haven't seen anything specific.
Unless he'd been living under a rock, there's no way Jeff hadn't heard about Julia's death. The case made headlines across North Texas, especially during the week following the shooting. Because the victim was a 70-year-old grandmother, the story struck a chord with many, and soon enough, Jeff would admit that he did, in fact, know all about it.
Well, the reason that we wanted to talk to you is because you happen to have a vehicle that matches the vehicle we're talking about. Okay. I had put something out in the news in relation to that vehicle, and there was a picture of that vehicle. Okay. Now, with that being said, I need to kind of know right out the gates if you had anything to do with that.
With my vehicle being I'm still confused as to what
with you having anything to do with this lady's death.
I don't have anything to do with any lady's death, so certainly not. Okay. Certainly not.
So what I need to do is kind of make sense of where you were at the time this happened.
Okay.
Okay.
This should be easy to do.
Okay. Have you been pretty consistent working?
Yeah,
throughout the day?
Yeah, and I have I can pull up my schedule right now on whatever day to see where I was. Okay. You know.
So this is April 1st.
Okay.
Okay.
And do you mind if I look on here and see what date that was?
This is April 1st, and this is right around 11:40 a.m.
So that would have put it like I was either on the way to my first job or at my first job at that point. I had to see what I
Sure. Yeah. If you have a schedule, that'd be great.
Yeah. I can get logged in here and see exactly what time I got there and where it was. What day was April 1st? Today's a Tuesday.
That would have been a Thursday.
Last
Pretty sure. Let me see here. Was it Wednesday? Yeah, it was Wednesday. I'm sorry.
Last Wednesday?
Mm-hmm.
The 1st?
A week ago yesterday. A week ago tomorrow.
Last Wednesday the 1st?
Yes.
It's loading. My first job was at
and
the
what time was
lady's
that?
name there's Tanya. Said arrival time 11:45 a.m.
Okay. And tell me about that particular job, what that was all about. Is that a residence? Is it
this is a
business?
house. Yeah, I can show you this. This was a house. This is what my work orders look like. And then my notes is I replaced the outdoor camera under warranty, ran tests, everything was good. It said there was a service call for their outdoor camera. If I go to job, it'll tell me some more about it, whatever it was that they called in for. So, just said customer unable to find where their camera was plugged in. I remember now. So, they just had an older camera. I had to replace it. It wasn't getting any signal. That was it. And then it looks like I closed it out at completed. No, it doesn't say what time it was closed. Let me go back to the outside screen and see if it shows it. It's today's Wednesday. It was afternoon.
Can I see what you're looking at?
Yeah, absolutely. So, sorry. So this is my schedule for Wednesday the 1st. If we zoom out, that's a map or a little blip. Sometimes those aren't accurate, but if you go down here, this is each job that I did that day.
Okay.
Each person, you can click on it and see whatever the details were. Okay. Like this one, I think.
Tour with this thing a little bit. So this shows you everything.
Yeah, everything I did for that day.
Okay.
And it should say like it should show my.
So how do you go back to all of them to show all the spots?
Refresh. Actually, let's go to this schedule. And then swipe back. Yeah, go Wednesday.
Okay. And so.
Stefan works with me too. Like he's not technically supposed to.
So this is the lady's information and all that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, you mind if I take a picture of that?
No, I don't care.
Okay, this might be helpful.
But they should have me on camera there at their house, like maybe not when I pulled up because their camera was offline, but it should certainly, obviously I was in their house, they know I was there. So you could talk to them if you wanted to see where I was, but I should be on camera leaving there too,
So And let me ask you this: Do you work with anybody? Was there anybody with you?
I have Stefan, my cousin that lives with me.
Okay.
He works with me.
Okay. Was he with you that day?
He was. Yeah, okay. He's with me all the time. Like I said, he's not. If you
Stefan, spell Stefan.
Steffan. He's not technically supposed to be with me. He's not. He doesn't work for Vivint. I have him go with me because for 10 years I worked for Charter Spectrum as like a line tech. Mm-hmm. I ended up hurting my shoulder and stuff, and I'm kind of fat, obviously. He gets through the attics faster than I do.
What's Stefan's last name?
Pritzel, Pritzel or L-E. I can't remember that part.
Okay.
But anyway, he does the camera stuff for me because he can get through the attic fast.
Ah, the good old I was late for my job so I couldn't have possibly shot someone. Doesn't make a whole lot of sense, does it? Not only because murdering someone would, well, make him late for his job, but also because Jeff's car was caught, quite literally in 4K by CCTV cameras at the crime scene. And detectives are about to make him realize that he is as much of a lousy liar as he is a lousy criminal.
Well, let me just say this. He and I have been doing homicide for a long time, okay? And the one thing he and I consistently do on every case is we give everybody an opportunity to tell their side of the story.
Right.
I don't care how heinous it is.
Right.
It doesn't matter to me, okay? We've had people in here who killed 3 women. We gave them an opportunity.
That's not this guy.
Okay? But I can tell you this. The reason I wanted to talk to you is because I was able to identify through video surveillance what vehicle it was that was involved.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? And we didn't knock on your door for no reason.
No, I get it.
But when we pulled the video surveillance,
don't waste your time.
And it flat out shows me the license plate. Okay? Now I can tell you this.
Where was
I
this
could have.
at?
Hang on a second.
Okay, sorry.
This is not going to be a deal where I just feed you information.
No, I understand that.
You need to understand something, okay? This is a murder case, okay? But in every murder case we deal with, there's always something different. There's always something unique about it. There's some scenario which could change it, so you don't look like a full-on, flat-out killer.
Can I pause you right there? Being that this is a murder case, apparently, or something like that, I'm thinking I need an attorney.
You're more than welcome to get up and get an attorney.
I don't think I need to talk anymore. If there's, you've taken my car, obviously. I don't know what's going on. I'm scared now, So
Jeff, listen, it's up to you. You don't have to talk to me. You can get up and go get an attorney if you want, okay? You're not being held here. What I'm trying to explain to you is that this is happening. Now, it's either happening with your side of the story or not. And so it was my understanding that you were remorseful. Maybe I was wrong. Okay? This was your chance to tell your side of it.
I did it.
Then break it down, man. Listen, I get it. Okay?
If
you lost your temper and did something.
I did not do this on purpose.
We didn't think you did.
I did not intentionally hit anybody.
And just like that, with barely any pressure, Jeffrey admits to hitting her. Whether it was intentional or not, we'll soon find out.
This is my life. It's over. You understand that?
Let's do this. Hear me, Jeff, hear me out. There's a reason why we didn't have the SWAT team kick your door and come get you, okay? We do this for a living. We spend a lot of time looking at people and trying to figure out what the hell could have caused this to happen.
I can't even live with myself. Guys, you know that?
Do you think I'd rather see this kind of person or the kind of person who says, man, I don't give a shit? You know what I'm saying?
I know. I'm freaking scared out of my mind, you guys. I'm scared out of my mind. I didn't do this on purpose, okay?
Let's do this.
I did not do this on purpose.
Remember when we were on our way down here and I explained one thing to you and it was about being honest? Now, here's why, okay? And I appreciate you being honest quicker than later. But, Jeff, let me tell you why it's important. You're going to tell us what happened. And the fact that you didn't lie very long tells me, okay.
I wasn't trying to lie at all necessarily. I'm scared.
Do me a favor. Give me an opportunity to see your side.
Here's my mindset right now, is I didn't know I hit her. Okay? I didn't know that until I did see the news. That I just lied to you about. I did see that. Obviously, I started looking because I was scared. And as soon as I realized how serious this got, like this, I mean, the worst possible thing in the world. This is horrible, absolutely just unforgivable. As soon as I realized what had happened, I haven't been sleeping, I haven't been eating, nothing.
Okay. This is what I want to do, okay?
I don't.
If you want me to be in a position where I can believe you, I need you to run down the entire thing that happened. Because I don't like putting pieces together, what witnesses are saying, stuff like that. You were there, you know what happened, just break it down.
I really think I need a lawyer here, though, to talk through this with me.
Man,
because,
listen,
like I said, I know I did it. You guys know that this happened.
Let me say this to you, okay? You got to hear me out here. You're not under arrest. You're free to leave at any time. If you want to go get a lawyer, you can.
I'm not trying to leave.
Listen to me.
I'm
trying to give you an opportunity. You just said I did it.
I know.
Now, instead of just saying I did it, why don't you say, man, this is what happened.
So here's what happened, all right? So starting off the night before, or the day before this all happened, my wife was cleaning my son's room, and we had some issues where my son has like been the perfect kid growing up. He got in some trouble because he started hanging out with this other kid, okay? He got in some trouble. He started, they were running around doing things they shouldn't be doing, basically. They ended up buying a flare gun from Walmart and shot it at Diamond Hill at the school.
Okay.
So I had basically like an arson investigator, call me and let me know that, basically what had happened with my son. And I was dealing with all that. This was, a month ago or so, or 2 months ago now. So we're waiting on that. And then, yes, I thought I took everything away from my son because I didn't want him. I felt like I gave him too much freedom, Took everything away from him. I felt horrible about it, that kind of thing. We ended up slowly giving him stuff back. And then the day before this happened, my wife goes in his room, found a drawer full of cigarettes and cigarette ash and everything. He'd been smoking cigarettes. I was completely devastated, and I lost my temper. I was yelling, I just felt like I was a complete failure. I felt like everything that I thought I was good at, I failed. The only thing I thought I was good at was being a dad. I failed. That's what I thought. And then that morning, somebody kept calling my phone. I don't know who it was. They kept calling my phone. My phone was going crazy, and I just answered it. I yelled at them. I had a horrible morning that morning. We're running late to work. I'm technically supposed to be at work at 10.
Okay.
We're on the way to work. We're going to work. I was in the left lane. There was a vehicle in front of me. It was a black car or dark colored car. I go around. Well, I wait for a little bit, and I wasn't like right up on her, on anything like that. I wait for a little bit, and they had plenty of time to move over, and they didn't move over, and I was frustrated already. I moved over, and I start to go around. And as we're going around, I just glanced over and I see this person flipping me off. I get, in front of them or whatever, and I'm starting to go, and I can still see 2 fingers now coming up. And I'm like, man, and I hit the brakes and I come to a stop basically. And then I'm like, this is crap. And then I start pulling off. I tell Stefan, I said, hey man, hand me that gun. I'm going to shoot her tire out. I said, this is pissing me off. I'm tired of everybody flipping me off, and I was pissed, and I lost it.
Okay.
And I don't want to involve Stefan because it wasn't his fault. You know what I'm saying? If he didn't hand it to me out of the bag, I was gonna grab it. It wasn't him. You know what I'm saying? It's my gun.
This is what I'll do for you. Okay. If Stefan's telling the truth, that's great. If he's not, I will give you an opportunity.
Well, I have a feeling he's gonna try to tell you he don't know nothing.
I understand that, and if that happens, it happens, and I'm telling you, I will give you an opportunity to talk some sense into him.
Thank you.
Okay, go ahead.
So I told him, hand me that gun, I'm going to shoot her tire out. And he goes, and grabbed it out of the, kind of picked it up out of the bag, and I snatched it from his hand. I looked half over like this. I saw her tire. I went pop, pop, 2 shots like that. I wasn't even looking this way. It was at what I swear it was her tire. I've never shot at a moving target. I've been to the range plenty of times. I have my license to carry that. It's not that. I was not trying to hit this person at all. I didn't know it was an old lady. I couldn't tell that. Okay. I didn't know she was, 70 years old until I seen that.
What did you know about her? I mean, clearly
absolutely shit. I didn't know nothing other than she flipped me off. That's it.
So you could see it was a female.
I knew it was a female flipping me off. And I was not trying to... I didn't try to point it at her.
That morning, Jeff was already in a foul mood. While driving to work, he ended up behind a black Camry that, in his mind, wasn't moving fast enough for the lane. Irritated, he swerved around it aggressively. As he passed, he caught a glimpse of the driver, Julia, flipping him off with both hands. That single gesture was enough to send Jeff over the edge. He slammed on his brakes, grabbed a gun from the passenger seat, and started firing at the Camry. One of the bullets struck Julia in the head, causing her car to swerve off the road and crash into the guardrail. Jeff later tried to claim he'd only been aiming for the tires, but the bullet's trajectory proved otherwise. As a frequent visitor to gun ranges and a seasoned firearm owner, he knew exactly what he was doing. It's unclear whether Jeff saw the crash happen, but it hardly matters. He knew he had fired into a moving vehicle and that someone inside could have been hit, yet he simply continued on with his day as if nothing had happened.
Let's take this step by step, okay?
Mm-hmm.
What kind of gun was it?
It was a Glock 43.
Where is that gun now?
It's in my attic.
Okay.
43X?
Yes.
Okay. One of the things I'm going to have to do is I got to get... This is what's going on at the house right now. The house is on lockdown, okay? The detective tried to get consent from your wife, and I think she's like, no. So what happens is everybody gets out of the house, and we write a search warrant for it. I'm going to give you an opportunity, since you're being honest about this, I'm going to give you an opportunity to consent as well. And instead of me locking the house down and doing all that...
Can we... Like, Stefan went to... I had him put it up there because he's the only one
We're going to get to that, but we got to get through this first, okay?
I understand.
After you shot, then what happened?
I shot 2 shots.
Mm-hmm.
I put the gun back in the bag, and I looked over, and she's still driving like nothing happened. I took the exit, the one exit before 30, and as we crossed the bridge, I looked kind of over the bridge, and I didn't see anything. I'm like, okay, well, whatever, and we went to work. And then I didn't know that she'd been hit until obviously later that evening. And then once I saw that,
Okay. Well, let's do this.
I just want you guys to know that I'm not an evil person.
I don't think you are.
But everybody else does, and that's one thing that's just heating me up, is I'm going to be labeled for this.
But what I need to be straight with you about is this, okay? You have your gun license?
Yeah.
Okay. You go to the gun range a lot?
Yeah. Well, no, not a lot. I mean, I've gone, obviously, but I don't go a lot.
Well, I've already seen your Facebook, okay?
Right.
Clearly you have weapons. Clearly you go to the gun range. The reason I'm saying that to you is because there's a big difference.
I understand that.
Hear me out. There's a big difference between somebody who is a cold-blooded killer and is going to shoot somebody and knows how to shoot versus somebody who just lost their temper and shot at somebody. Because let me tell you something. The trajectory that bullet's on is not down by its tire. You and I both know that. Because
I promise you, sir, when I reached
out... Well, let me tell you what did happen. What did happen is that bullet struck her in the head.
I saw it.
Okay?
I saw it.
Okay, so with that being said, with an individual who clearly there's evidence that knows how to shoot...
That's what I kept telling my wife. I said, I don't know how I did this. I don't...
Let me ask you this. Would you at least agree it's... You know enough about weapons. Do you know when you pull the trigger you could kill somebody?
Yes, okay. Like that's what I'm saying. I knew from... I know. Okay.
Did you want to kill her?
No, sir.
Is this a... Because let me tell you something.
Realistically, it looks like I did. I understand
looks like that.
And
to me,
that's why I'm telling you the truth, is because I don't want to be labeled like that. I don't want to... I mean, obviously everybody's going to think this is a cold-blooded killer. He's a piece of shit.
You understand
I
how
promise you.
it is?
Yes.
Okay. Because
and I've taught my kids the same thing. You don't point a gun at something that you don't want to destroy. Okay.
Well, this situation would have been a whole lot different if Jeff simply took his own advice, wouldn't it?
I completely...
Do you agree that when you're shooting from a moving vehicle, let's say you're shooting at the tire, that possibly it could shoot something else because it's from a moving vehicle?
Of course, yeah. It could... There's no... Obviously... I mean, like I said, I looked over... The quarter panel of her car was here, and I wasn't looking. I looked back at the road because I'm driving, and I just poo-poo.
Okay. Where did the shell casings eject to?
I have no idea.
Did they eject inside or outside?
No, sir. I've never seen anything. I don't.
All right.
Okay. Well, this is what you're being cooperative, and I'm not
The
going to
thing
sit
is,
here.
like, I feel like we're gonna get hung on this thing. Like, it's gonna get turned into like I was a calculated killer, because I have, I've been to the range and I have my license to carry and stuff.
Here's the good news.
I'm telling you,
here's the good news,
sir. That's not what happened,
me say this.
though.
Here's the good news. You haven't shot a bunch of people on the freeway. Okay?
Never.
Let me say this.
Never fired a gun at anybody.
The good news is that there's not a bunch of people who are getting killed. So my gut's saying that this is not some cold-blooded killer who's going around killing people for no reason. What made sense to me was a road rage situation, and we've had that before.
That's what happened. I lost my temper. And this isn't the first person that flipped me off where I got pissed off. So here's what happened, right? So a few weeks ago, I got pissed off, and yelling at somebody, that almost run me off the road or whatever. I was yelling at them and this and that, and they took pictures of my car because I'm flipping them off and stuff like that, because they flipped me off first. Like, I don't initiate it. I don't try to initiate stuff. And in this case, my temper did get the better of me for sure. And I thought, I'm going to teach this person a lesson.
Jeff did initiate things, not once, but twice. Back in 2003, at just 18 years old, he was charged with burglary and resisting arrest. Then, in 2008, he was charged again, this time for aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, specifically a firearm. He served time for that felony and was legally prohibited from owning or possessing any gun afterward, which means that even having a firearm in his car that day was already a crime, long before he ever pulled the trigger.
Can I ask you something realistically? Because people that are going to look at this are going to see two different things. And I understand that you shooting the tire out is not the same thing. Hear me out, Jeff, okay? Because I want to make sure that I'm giving you the information, because you're being straight with me, I'm going to be straight with you. The people who are going to make decisions on this, they're going to ask one of two things. One, did he try to shoot her in the head and kill her? Hold on. Absolutely. Or two, did he try to shoot her tire out? And if he did, does he not know that that could also cause an accident and cause her to die? You know what I'm saying? Let me ask you this, because this is what they're going to ask me. Do I think he'd ever do something like this again?
I would never.
Why?
I've already told my wife I didn't want any guns. I would have taken them all and sold them all, and got rid of them all. Not because I'm in trouble, but because I haven't even been carrying one since then. Because I don't want
the gun didn't do it.
I know the gun didn't do it, but you understand that if the gun wasn't there, that wouldn't happen, right? And that's basically the conclusion that I've come to in this instance, that if that wasn't in the car, if I didn't have that in the car, we wouldn't be sitting here right now.
Let's do this. Since you are being cooperative, okay, I will give you the opportunity, if you want, to show these people who are going to make decisions on this how cooperative you are, okay? This is what I need. I need to download your phone. I need to search your vehicle. I need to search your house and collect that gun, okay? It's up to you if you want me to do it through a search warrant, or it's up to you if you want to consent to it. If you consent to it, I can tell you this. Put yourself in their shoes. Are you more likely to believe the person who's like, hey man, all right, I screwed up, boom, here it is. You know what I'm saying?
I've told you everything.
I understand that. Are you okay with me downloading your phone?
Yeah.
Okay, are you okay with me searching your vehicle?
Yeah.
Are you okay with me searching the house?
Yeah.
So this is what we're going to do. I'm going to get paperwork done for all three of those items. I'm going to take you back to the house, and I'm going to let you talk to your wife, okay? And I think it's probably, since I already know what's in there, it's kind of silly to put me through the time of doing a search warrant to where it just makes you look like now you're giving us the finger, okay? This is what I want to do. Listen, Jeff, I appreciate you being straight with me, okay? You could see how that wouldn't have gone good for you, right?
No, I wasn't.
Okay, listen, man. I haven't made any decisions on this. This is what, especially now with this thing going on with this virus, we're not just chucking people in jail like this.
No, I
okay?
understand that, but that's where I deserve to be.
Let's do this. Let me get done what we need to get done. I'm going to talk to people who are going to make decisions on this, and there's a very strong possibility I'll probably call you back and want to talk to you again, okay? Because if they have questions for me, I'm going to have to ask you those questions. Is that fair? Okay.
The thing I really want you to understand, sir, is I did not mean to hit her. I did not. Like, if I would have known I hit her, I would have never been able to even go to that next job or finish work that day. Nothing. Like I had to call in the next day to work sick because I'm sick. Like, I'm sick to my stomach.
I understand.
I can't eat.
Well, doesn't that at least
pooped right.
Doesn't that at least look a little bit better than somebody who's saying I don't give a shit about what happened?
It all looks horrible. Period.
What's your code on this? He's gonna bring that paperwork in, and then we'll get you back to the house. We'll get this thing done, okay? Hang tight for me.
Shortly after this, detectives returned to get Jeff to sign warrants giving his consent for officers to search his belongings. And Jeff, in all of his genius, will give one final hurrah to prove his innocence.
I just don't want... I didn't do that intentionally is what I want y'all to understand mainly.
All right, man. Listen,
like, I know you personally don't, you know, you don't really have to care or anything like that, and I don't expect you to. I just want that to be put across. I did not mean to hit her, and that's what this is being.
Well, it's not being anything. Here, look at it. I could have easily did my thing with not talking to you, and I could have written the narrative for that. It'd been like, yeah, bullet hole went right through here, hit her in the head, bigger than shit. But I didn't. I gave you an opportunity to tell your side of things, okay? I think that's the fairest thing to do, okay? And that's what I was trying to do here. This is for your phone. This is for your vehicle, and then we'll do the car. We'll do the house when I get out there. I'll tell you what. If you want, I can ask because I don't know for sure. It sounded like Stefan was being honest, but I don't know for sure. If I find out he's not, do you want to talk to him?
Yeah.
Okay.
Stefan, Jeff's cousin, was not only present in the car, but he had also helped him hide the gun after shooting. So now, officers decide to call him in to help locate exactly where it was hidden.
So, where did you say you put it?
He didn't put it anywhere.
Where did you put it?
In the attic.
We're at in the attic.
There's a crawl space. You go up.
From where?
The closet.
In the living room. There's the living room. There's a closet in the back, or a den. In the attic, there's a crawl space. It goes over to the left, but it's an add-on, so that part of the house is separate. Once you go through there, it's down and to the right. Like.
Did you drop it in between the walls?
No.
Is it in the insulation?
It's in the insulation.
Okay, so. Basically,
okay.
Draw it for me. Here, let's take all this. Did he draw this?
No.
Okay.
Living room.
Where's the front door at?
What's
that? The door that we come in. What's that room considered?
Living room.
Living room.
So is this the living room?
No, the den's at the back where the.
All right.
I didn't mean to give you an art class real quick.
Front door.
Okay.
Back bedroom. Living room. Kitchen. Right here. There's a closet. It goes into an attic spot up here.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be like right underneath.
So you go
up into the attic.
Going back towards the living room.
There's a wall right here.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as you get through that wall, it's right.
So you have to go here and go through the wall?
Yeah, and then it's underneath, like I said, it's an add-on.
So what's it under? Is it just an insulation or is it underneath?
Insulation.
Okay.
Hey, let's go talk to him real quick, and then we'll get out. Guys, we'll bring you both back out there. So if we have trouble finding you, can show us. Come on.
Come back in this other room.
Love you, bro.
Jeff was charged with first-degree murder. Rather than face trial, he entered a guilty plea in November of 2022 as part of a negotiated deal with prosecutors and the victim's family. In exchange, he received a 20-year prison sentence. Thank you for watching today's video. Whether you're new here or have been with us for a while, check out one of the craziest cases I've ever covered right here, or one of my newest uploads right here.